Good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and here we are back to Mariners baseball for the second half of the season as the Mariners will be squaring off with the Houston Astros, the division leading Houston Astros. And here we are. Mariners are one of the leaders in the wild card. They are in the mix of the wild card. Let's look at their standings right now. In the wild card, they are right now in the division, they are 5 games back. And best case scenario, if they sweep the Houston Astros, they will be just 2 games back. And then as for the wild card right now, they own a 1.5 game lead on the wild card. And also, before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get some more updates on this YouTube channel. And also donate to this channel, as the record for most donations in a day or by one person, was $50. And let's make the goal $50. And also use the promo code Rooftop Sports to get $20 off the purchase. Get $20 off the purchase. And now we're waiting for this game. Game's in about 9 minutes. And for the starters, Luis Castillo, the La Piedra, will be the pitcher today against Brandon Walter. And looking at the rotation, I'm kind of disgusted of what this rotation is. And I'm just really confused what the Mariners are doing. Next game, it's going to be Logan Evans versus McCullough Jr. And then you got Hunter Brown as the probable pitcher for the Houston Astros. And the probable pitcher for the Mariners is actually yet to be seen. So that is something that we will be waiting for. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing to see, we were hoping to see the likes of Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Brian Wu for starters, which would have been nice but no, Jerry Dipoto and Dan Wilson just has to, quote, rest the starters, which makes absolutely no sense because they've already had enough rest from the All-Star game. Now it's going to get to the point where they're going to get rusty. So that's what I am deeply concerned about. But, that's exactly what I expect from Jerry Dipoto. His incompetence and his narcissism is what's going to bring this team down. Unfortunately, I have to say it. And let me say that I want to look at the starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners. And here is the starting lineup. We've got, for the Houston Astros, we've got Isaac Paredes, Cam Smith, Jose Altuve, Christian Walker, Caratini, Yainer Diaz, Taylor Trammell, the former Mariner, Mauricio Dubon, and Matthews, one of the rookies for the Astros. And as for the Seattle Mariners, and hold on, I got to I already put in Spencer Torkelson, so he's already starting. I could have really used Christian Walker for this game. But I have Yainer Diaz and Bryce Tirong. I have no starters for the Astros, or for anybody. And then for the starting lineup for the Mariners, we've got J.P. Crawford batting .290, Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, the home run derby champion, Randy Arozarena, Donovan Solano, Mitch Garver, Dylan Moore, Cole Young, and Ben Williamson. They will be the guys going up for the Seattle Mariners. So let's make that happen, and let's hope that the Mariners can win this game in somehow and some way. And how are they going to win? Who knows? But the Mariners are just going to have to really step up on the offensive end. And also throughout the game, I'll be showing you my softball highlights as my team won. Oh, how could the Mariners trade Burger King? They didn't trade him. They actually DFA'd him. And Josh, since we did talk about this, I'm putting you on my show because you are a Houston Astros fan. So it's time to get you onto this show, kid. And also, you'll be seeing my softball highlights as my team won 16-0, as we barely gave up any hits, and it was a pretty convincing victory. And Josh, there you are. How are you doing, kid?
I'm doing all right, but how dare they DFA Burger King, man?
Well, they felt that he was too much of a feast or famine player, I guess. I know, right?
Yeah. Well, I would like the Astros to win, but knowing, the this team, they can be very much hit or miss.
Yeah, for sure. But also the Mariners are just as hit or miss too.
Yeah.
And now they are
Though,
recognizing the all-stars for the Mariners. It was Randy Arozarena, Julio Rodriguez, and look at that disgusting John Stanton. Man, don't you just want to? Doesn't he have such a punchable face?
yeah. Though,
He really
with him
does.
being there and showing him, it would almost be fitting that the Mariners lose.
And then you get and then you have Jerry Dipoto, probably the most narcissistic general manager / president that I have ever seen. So yeah, there's Randy Arozarena. Then it's going to be Brian Wu, and rest in peace to his grandfather who recently passed away. As he is here, he's not really showing any emotion because clearly he is still going through his
Yeah.
grandfather's passing, and we know how tough that is, as I have experience of having 3 grandfathers pass away in just 2 years. And now he's taking a picture. He's probably just faking that smile right now because all he can think about is his grandfather. And I wonder if he was a huge part of getting him into baseball, just like my grandfather was. And then who else was the all-star? Andres Munoz, the closer for the Mariners. That's what they're doing for that ceremony. A lot of Astro fans, too. Look at that. Look at all the oranges out there. Aren't you proud of them?
They travel well.
They really do. And plus, it's cheap. They can afford it because they do live in Houston. So and it is assumingly a bit cheaper than living in Seattle or anywhere in Washington.
It really just depends on where you live there, which the reason why is because property taxes.
Well, property taxes, isn't property tax in Houston, Texas, surprisingly higher? Oh, look at this. I have rivals from almost every sport. I got Josh, my baseball rival, and then I got the Oklahoma man on the chat for basketball. Isn't that perfect? Just perfect. 2 of my best rivals are in my show.
But because the thing is, what most people don't realize is when it comes to property taxes, is actually having higher property taxes in a way is a good thing.
Oh, don't we? The party has finally started, hasn't it? USAF veteran. I know who this guy is. He gives me a hard time on Instagram all the time.
But the reason why is your property taxes are tied directly to the property value. So in California, where they don't have really any property taxes, that's why like a hovel is like what, $1 million,
something like that.
And if they were kind of even a regular property tax rate, no one would be able to afford to live in the dirt building, like the dirt shack, essentially, because the property taxes would be ridiculous. But it would also bring the value down.
Appreciate it, USAF veteran. Well, what kind of food did they have on that commercial? I don't know. Pretty much $1 million. Just one house is insane. Well, welcome to Washington and Seattle. Anyhow, basically most houses in Washington are insane. And believe it or not, a house that is $1 million in the area I am, that's basically stealing. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then the crazy thing is, to see down in Houston and also throughout Texas, we do have $1 million houses. Like if you're in some of the nicer neighborhoods and cities, there was actually this one neighborhood that I grew up nearby, and they had a section because the neighborhood had a golf course, which just kind of told you how expensive it was. It had a golf course that went through the middle of it. And there was a section of the neighborhood that was completely isolated from everything else, and it was in the middle of the golf course. And it had these like huge mansions.
Oh my gosh.
Which
can only imagine.
Makes sense for $1 million.
I guess so. But I mean, like, Oklahoma man thinks $1 million is insane. I mean, no face. Which parts of Oklahoma do you live? I mean, I want to start looking at houses in Oklahoma City. Like, what's like a neighborhood like outside of Oklahoma City? Oklahoma City. Let's look at Oklahoma City. It's around. Let's. I'm going to. Man, I wish I do. I gotta get rid of this search part.
Okay.
Well, supposedly in Oklahoma City, if you're kind of outside of the area, it's
Yeah.
260,000 for a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and a near 2,000 square feet home.
Yeah.
So that's Oklahoma for you.
And really for Texas, it's started to go up. But the thing is, if you're outside of the city and you're away from the really nice coastal towns, the property values are not bad, and you can get a lot for not that much money. Like either house-wise or just size of property-wise.
I'm now just shuffling through my videos. I'm trying to get some highlights to show throughout the game of my softball game on Tuesday.
Well, this score that I'm about to post is, wow, that's a beat
And
down.
Luis Castillo is about to get started. Oh, 10-1 Chicago. What a way to start their second half for a season that's already pretty much over.
At least this time they'll actually, be able to get like better than the 10th pick.
Huh.
Which is why draft lotteries are stupid.
You think you think draft lotteries should be banned? You think every league should get rid of them?
Honestly, they should, just because I get the idea you're trying to prevent tanking, but the issue
and the
is
first pitch, and here it is, and that's going to be outside for a ball. We are underway here at T-Mobile Park.
Is you usually end up causing like constant tanking because you're constantly trying to get.
Now here's that's a foul ball.
And you might say, well, it's not fair for this one team just to tank and then they get, the number 1 pick and then they're suddenly good. I'm all like, the Astros had 3 number 1 picks in 3 years.
And that is a ball.
And only one of those actually panned into something.
Who was it that panned into something?
Carlos Correa.
Well, there you go. And the 2-1. And that is a strike 2-2.
But then literally the next year we drafted Mark Appel. That guy barely even played. And then the third guy, now this one did end up working out, but in a weird way, we didn't even sign him. So we wasted our number 1 pick on a guy that
and the
we didn't even sign.
Ground ball foul once again.
Now, I will say that like the way it worked out is that because we didn't sign him as compensation for the 2015 draft, we got the number 2 pick as well as the number 5 pick.
2-2 pitch. Oh, inside. That nearly got him, and I thought it did get him. And that's a 3-2 for the leadoff hitter, Isaac Paredes.
And that part, it did work out because you got Bregman and Tucker in that draft.
3-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball again.
But even then, that's literally 3 number 1 picks, and only one of them actually turned into something. The other 2 were complete busts.
Oh, of course he did this. Nice job. And the 3-2?
I saw that.
Outside for ball 4, take your base.
Yankees fans might be hitting the panic button after this score I'm going to post.
Oh, it's just a game, right? Just one game.
Oh, no. It's to the Braves. The Braves have sucked the entire year.
Uh-huh.
You don't get a pass for that. And it's not, it's just a game. It was to the Braves.
Well, the Braves are, and now
the Braves have never hit 500
that is a strike.
This entire season.
Pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, they are still 10 games under 500. They got close one time, and then they went on a massive losing streak.
We're at 0-1 for Smith, Cam Smith, and the 0-1, and that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2.
First 2 batters are products of the Kyle Tucker trade.
Now we're at 0-2. Trying to get my highlight videos in order. And now the 0-2. Now here's a ground ball, could be a double play ball. Throw to second, and the throw to first, and that is not in time, and that gets away. And the runner's going to go to second base. The throw to second base, and he is safe. The throw was wide by Donovan Solano, and now Cam Smith is on second base with a runner in scoring position. It was almost like they just shouldn't have thrown it at all. Just should have ate it, but who would have known?
Just, get the force instead.
And it's trying to get the force. It was really tough angle. It was really bad throw by Cole Young as well. Also added with a bad throw by, there's nothing to challenge on that one. He is clearly safe.
Well, no. And then at least with that second bad throw, you didn't throw it past the way past the second baseman. Go to
and now here's the dangerous man. We got Jose Altuve up to the plate.
Oh, what's so dangerous about the man with the most home runs for any player 5'6" or shorter?
No, it's he might have a microphone in his ear. That's all.
Oh no, they did many investigations on that, and there were no microphones.
And now
there were no buzzers.
The pitch. Now he's got bunt attempt, and that is a strike, and that's going to be 0-2.
Which funny thing is, if he actually got that bunt attempt off, he probably would have ran it out.
Probably.
I think he is second all time in infield hits, and number one is Ichiro.
Wow, we're at 0-2, and that is outside for a ball. And I don't think Cal Raleigh even framed that one. Now we're at 1-2, the pitch. And that is strike 3 called, and that is going to be 2 outs. And Jose Altuve will go down with a strikeout. That's Luis Castillo's first strikeout of the game so far. And the other sad thing about this Astros game, I still don't have my boy, Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, and let me look at the injury report, because I can tell you it is still TBD.
Uh-huh.
Now, he is in Seattle, and he has been swinging a bat. So that TBD might get changed out here soon.
Here's Christian Walker up to the plate, and he is on my fantasy baseball team, but I forgot to start him. And now the 0-1, and check swing, he did go through, and that is going to be strike 2.
Well, he's only had two hits facing Castillo in his entire career, and that's 15 at bats.
Now we're at 0-2, and now the 0-2 pitch, and that is up high for a ball. Do you think they're going to expand the NBA this summer? No, they said they just started going through the process to finally agree to talk about expansion officially. Yeah. So it's still a long ways to go.
Next year,
1-2. Now here's a foul ball.
Well, you might actually start hearing some big, okay, we want to expand here. These are the teams. These are their names. That kind of stuff. You might start hearing that next year if things start working out.
I don't know. But it just seems there could be too many owners that could be against it, because it's not just talent dilution, which I do think it's a cop-out. It's more about the revenue share. And now we're at 1-2, the pitch, and that is a foul ball.
Well, the thing is that owners are not against that Vegas money. They want the Vegas money. Literally, everyone is putting a team in Vegas because all the leagues want the Vegas money.
So basically, Vegas is our best ally.
Yeah, Vegas is driving this. And if they make it a 2-team expansion, which most likely they would.
So if you're a Sonics fan, you would be supporting the move to Vegas for the A's. That might help the Sonics.
Well, yeah, because then the NBA would be all this is embarrassing. We're literally the last league that does not. Even the WNBA has a Vegas team. And
now the pitch, that's a foul ball. The Pelicans, no, because the Benson family are not. They're going to hold on because they are loyal to. They're loyal to the Saints, and they're loyal to
their Pelicans. The thing is that after like the last time that we really could say that
Now we're
New
at
Orleans team was going to
1 and
leave
2. And now
was
here's a
after
fly ball to deep. Nope, not so deep. And that's going to be Dylan Moore who makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. A little bit of a scare for the Mariners in the first inning, but they get away with it, and it is still 0-0. And Josh, what do you want to see? Do you want to remind me of how much I choked a couple weeks ago or last week? Or do you want to see my most recent highlight that I just uploaded? Or do you want to see me lacking hustle?
lacking hustle, because you called that out many times.
And we're going to keep calling it out until I get it right, right? Couple things out of that play. One, that's one way of trash talking. And two, I really lacked hustle.
Yeah, but also the thing is that, like, if it was the previous owner of the Pelicans, heck yeah, I could see them leaving.
Yeah, but the previous owner of the Pelicans was it was, what was his name? I forgot, but he was forced to sell it to the NBA.
Well, because they got tired of his crap.
I guess so.
Well, because the team used to be in Charlotte, and he then, said, "Oh, Charlotte's not a good market. Let's leave."
Yeah, and then New Orleans became even worse of a market.
Yeah, because then a hurricane hit.
Oh, no face. New Orleans, the Pelicans or the Hornets at the time, they were in they were in Oklahoma City from 2005 until 2007.
Well, yeah, because of Katrina.
Yeah, it was Katrina. And some actually blame Katrina for the whole Sonics movement. But the thing is, I think they would have moved either way, to be honest.
Well, I will say it did not help the Sonics case, because it made Oklahoma City look really good.
It really did, because those fans really showed up to that.
Well, and this is why a lot of people in Sacramento, like when the A's were going to play in Sacramento for a bit, some people are like, well, if Sacramento really wants a baseball team, they got to show up for this, and they're not really.
Because everything seems apathetic. I mean, let's be honest. The vibe of California has pretty much became apathetic because everyone's moving. A lot of people are moving out of the state anyway.
Well, it's too expensive.
And 1-1. Every time. Now here's a ground ball right to the shortstop Pena, the throw to first, and that is in time. And you didn't really. That was quite the lack of hustle from J.P. Crawford. And
Pena's not back yet.
Oh, it's not Pena. Pena's injured.
Yeah, but he's close to coming back.
Oh boy.
Let me look at the injury report. Funny thing is I only realized this recently when one of my sisters pointed it out, is the guy that does all the Astros like posts and whatnot.
Now here's Julio Rodriguez up to the plate, and that is inside
his
for a
wife
ball.
was my second grade teacher, and I actually met him, and I didn't realize up until like a few months ago.
And now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And now here's a liner, and that is a foul ball.
So, okay, let's see. Let's just go down the list. So we did Jordan already. Okay, Pena traveled to Florida from the All-Star game to continue a hitting and running progression. He is expected to return
1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. And that was actually a pretty easy fastball to hit for Julio Rodriguez, and he just completely whiffed it.
Okay, Spencer Aaron Getty, who's been out due to a ball being hit into his thumb when he was in Seattle.
1-2 pitch outside for a ball.
He's expecting they're expecting early August for him, because he did a live batting practice and is about to start rehab with the Corpus Christi Hooks.
2-2. Swing and a miss at the dirt for strike three, and that's the Julio that we know and love. And that's going to be
Luis
2 outs.
Garcia is also late July, early August because he's doing rehab assignments.
And now we got Cal Raleigh, who's been met with a huge standing ovation due to his performance in the home run derby. And we got to quiet this one out because I really want to see what Cal Raleigh's going to do. See if he can put the Mariners on the board. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball and fouled. And now we got an 0-1. And now here is the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 2. And No Face says the messed up thing is Adam Silver says he won't bring a team back to Seattle. Then he wants to bring a team back to Seattle, but never goes with it. Like, just give the team back. Crap, just move the New York Nets or the Brooklyn Nets. No, that's not going to work. That's not how it works, unfortunately.
And also the Nets, literally the best chance to have the Nets leave that area is when they
strike 3 called, and that is going to be retiring the side. And that is an easy 1-2-3 inning. And the crazy thing is, I forgot to add this Houston pitcher to my fantasy baseball team.
Mr. Walter.
I forgot to add him. Oh, and what do you want to see next? Do you want to see a double play, my easy first inning?
Train. Please.
Or do you want to choke?
We'll go double play. That train was so loud.
Well, there's the double play there.
Yeah.
And now I better add the Houston guy, your starter, for the next game.
Oh, okay.
McCullers Jr.
Are you sure you want to go with Lance? Are you sure?
I do. Yes, I'm absolutely sure because
Lance can be really good or he can be really bad.
Don't forget the T-Mobile Park ballpark suppression.
Yeah, but it's also Lance McCullers. He performed really bad against several teams, and then he basically was the best pitcher in the world when he faced the Dodgers. But then he really
I just added him.
You can get really good, but
problem is though, here's my score right now.
Oof.
Absolutely just annihilated.
Yeah. And going on those lists, Javier is also doing rehab assignments, so he should be back by August. And Jake Myers should also be back by August.
We got Chris Welton saying, a lot can change in a year. I'm still optimistic. In 29 and 2030, we might be fighting Skynet by then, for all I care. Wait till these owners see the new bidding franchising fees. I don't think they're going to care. I think James Dolan's finally going to get credibility on his anti-expansion cause, the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball, which nobody should listen to that guy because he has no credibility. He can't even run his own team. Like, he's the one that chased Patrick Ewing out of town.
Yeah.
And Jeff Van Gundy.
But I will say that it's not just an NBA thing that some people have been given.
Now the pitch outside for a ball.
When it comes to expansion fees, because that is probably why NHL has only had 2 teams added recently, even though there's been a lot of talk of adding more. And it's largely because, from what I've heard, the expansion fees for the new teams would be really expensive.
I can see that. Now we're at 3-1 for Caratini.
And I'm just all like, why does Columbus have the Blue Jackets? Like, why? Why do the Blue Jackets
and 3-1? Now here's a fly ball to right field, and Dylan Moore makes the catch. And that's going to be one out.
No offense to Columbus, but why? Well, why do we have the Blue Jackets? And it's not even like a legacy team. No, they're really recent, too.
Yeah.
And if you're also wondering, Detroit
A
Rangers is
pitch.
still
Now here's a
tied.
ground ball foul. Yep, you would think no face. 17 years, you'd think Adam Silver would have done it by now. They probably should have done it like right when. But their excuse was like, well, we need the TV deal, CBA 01. And that is going to be a ball.
Which I will say that with TV deals, there is a good argument for it, especially nowadays, because things are starting to look a bit more iffy. They're not like it's not like
here's a ground ball foul
during the heydays of the regional sports networks where it was just like a cloud of money essentially. It's not the same. Because a lot of people are getting annoyed by the fact that you have to have so many subscriptions to watch all the games you want.
Now we're at 1-2 for a 2-2 for Yainer Diaz. He's actually on my fantasy team, so maybe he'll do damage. And now we're at 2-2. The pitch. Now here's a fly ball popped up to right field, and Dylan Moore is there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs.
Well, if you wanted Diaz to do damage, Moore had to miss that.
And now we got Taylor Trammell up to the plate. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to Donovan Solano. He gets it and goes to the bag, and that is an easy 1-2-3 inning. And that is going to retire the side. And we go to bottom of the second. And now it's up to you. The choke job from last week, easy first inning. Those are the 2 options.
Well, we got to do the choke. You just got.
Run anything, Greg. Just run. Wait. I had an opportunity to hit the game winner with myself at the plate. I was the scoring run, and I popped out. It hurts.
Yeah. Or no, how about this contract? 3 years, $42 million. What the heck?
Yep. Talk about a nostalgic move.
But also, why are you spending that much?
Because what else is Portland doing? What else do they got going for them? They got nothing going on for them.
And this is why whenever MLB talks about putting a cap in, it needs to be a hard cap. It cannot be a soft cap like NBA's where it's a joke.
Yeah.
Just keep throwing more money at it. It'll be fine.
But hey,
that's one thing that's helped NFL is the fact it's a hard cap. So the players are all like, oh, but my money and stuff. But the thing is that it actually makes for a lot more competitive teams.
I guess.
And
but there has been a lot of
just literally.
There's been a lot of parity, though.
There has been, but the NFL, one thing that helps them is it kind of ideally ensures it more than just say like baseball.
And we're back from the break, and now this
where we have like
pitch.
6 teams just buying
Foul
everything
ball.
out. Like all the really good players, they're probably on the the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, because
we're at 1-1.
Literally, they just outbid everyone.
1-1 so far for Rosarena. The pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the second baseman. Throw to first, and that is in time. And is Altuve in left field?
Let me check the box.
Altuve is in left field still. Wow.
Yeah, He typically is, even though he was up for being a second baseman for the All-Star game, which he got close to getting that. He's done a lot of left field reps.
Ichiro will be inducted into the Hall of Fame in 9 days, formally.
Yep.
Now here is Solano, and that is a strike.
With Billy Wagner and CC Sabathia and the two veterans era committee era picks.
And now we're at 1-1 for Donovan Solano. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss at the dirt, and that's going to be strike 2. Anyone, CJ, the great God says, anyone, will this baseball game goes to a total of 6 runs? I don't know.
It could be a yes.
1-2. Now here's a fly ball to center field, and that is going to be caught by the former Mariner, Taylor Trammell. Did you all see the Oklahoma City new arena? They have a new arena?
It's probably like, $50 billion or something like that.
Hasn't been
built yet. I wish Houston would figure out what to do with the Astrodome. No one wants to figure out.
They're planning to open it by 2028.
Ooh, fancy. How much money is it going to be?
Who knows? And that's going to be a strike. I'm going to guess at least it's a $900 million project.
I'm throwing the BS flag on that. That's not going to be. It's going to go over that.
Probably. But what does Oklahoma care? What else they got going for them?
The Sooners, or no. Or how about the Cowboys? No one cares about Oklahoma State.
Oh, sorry you had to hear that, No Face. And now the 1-1.
No. I mean Oklahoma State in football. It's Sooner Boomer or nothing when it comes to football. There.
Last time I heard about Oklahoma State was Blake Griffin, and now the 2-1, and that is going to be ball 3-1. Or we go back
to their old name, Oklahoma A&M, which is just weird sounding. Sounds too much like a Texas A&M.
Yeah, pretty much. Got an RBI single on this play that I'm looking at. And now we're at 3-2 for Mitch Garver. And now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Now that's a foul ball.
Here's a commercial.
No, wait. Oh, here's a ground ball that is a commercial break.
Oh, the Rangers have scored 2.
Oh no.
And Detroit is to their final out. They're about to be shut out.
And that's going to be a liner and a foul ball. We're at 3-2. I really could be using this pitcher right now on my fantasy team.
Oh, and it's over. The final was 0-2.
And 3-2 for Garver. And he swung at it, and that was a foul ball.
In the 8th inning. Off of Corey Seager getting a
2-run homer?
Double.
As we're at 3-2 for Mitch Garver.
Oh, the Twins have scored.
And now the pitch. Now here's a liner to left field, and that is going to get through for a base hit. And Mitch Garver gets the first hit for the Mariners. And now we got a runner on first base, and up to the plate is going to be Dylan Moore. It really should be Dom Canzone, but no, they just don't want me to play that video.
Nah. They saw that video, and they're all like, this guy's washed up. We cannot put him out there.
You know what I've noticed? Ever since I put out videos, Randy Johnson gets his number retired. Remember I made that video where they're like, hey, they disrespect him. Now the pitch, and that's a strike. And then the next video, I made a video on Julio.
They have him on the World Series, and then they'll win the World Series.
And then how about Julio Rodriguez? When I criticized him, he actually dropped out of the All-Star game and caught fire against Detroit.
Yeah.
and now the 0-1. Coincidence? I think not.
That's what I'm saying. Just say, it's disrespectful that they have not gone to a World Series this entire time that they've been here.
How
It's
have you
just
not gone to a
disrespectful.
game, No Face? How could you do that? And now the 1-1. Now here's a ground ball right to the pitcher. Throw to first in time, and that's going to retire the side.
Oh yeah,
And
a new face for an arena does stink. Now, I've never really experienced that, because if I rarely went to Rockets games because, the Rockets most of my time have not been great. Like they've been okay, and then they'll have some years where they look good and then they just fall apart. But for me, it's always been, Minute Maid Park. I still call it Minute Maid Park because that's what I'm used to.
yeah.
And then of course NRG Stadium, because they had left, like they weren't really using the Astrodome when I was born, so I don't have any experience of being in the Astrodome. I think they should do something with it instead of tearing it down, but that's kind of the historian in me talking.
Let's see. What am I? Oh, RBI, single, and then scored. All right, let's do that. I have another video on the way. Hey, you got a 40-year-old kid, JK. Like, huh? 40-year-old kid? Oh, KD. I was like, kid? I was like, who's this 40-year-old kid?
40-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, it will be interesting to see how they cash in there, because that could make the Rockets really good, but who knows how they'll be able to cash that in.
Okay, I got so locking hustle. I'm gonna keep it there for accountability. Oh, now easy first inning. Come on, let's catch me a break on this
You
one.
got to give a layup,
Had a little bit of heart attack moment in that first at bat. Kind of lost the ball for a moment. And now we're at 0-1 to Dubon. Now the pitch, and that is a strike, 1-1.
Did you
now the pitch.
Watch the All-Star game?
Now here's a fly ball to right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Oh, he bobbles the ball, and that was a little bit of a scare moment.
Doobie thought about going to second first. He thought about it. But, did you even watch the All-Star game?
I was playing that game that you've been seeing the highlights.
Yeah. I knew it was happening, but I was just not really. I was like, why?
Now the pitch. Swinging. What was that home run derby shoot off?
Yeah, no, the home run derby, I'm sad that I missed that one, though. Okay, I'm going to say something about the uniforms there. What the heck were those uniforms?
Yeah, pretty cringe.
Either they were like the cringy. I'm all like, I thought we were getting rid of those cringe uniforms from the All-Star game and break. But no, they brought them back for the home run derby.
Of course they did. And now because we got Castillo, who's already at almost 40 pitches.
Oh.
Now here's Matthews. And now here's the pitch. Now here's a ground ball. And that's going to get right through for a base hit. Now we got runners on first and second with nobody out.
I'm trying to remember if this is his first hit, like, of the
I think it
show.
Is. That is his first
I think
hit
it
of the
is.
show.
So, round of applause for that, man.
That was Matthews with a single. And what's his attributes does he have a high upside?
Well, from what I've seen, like, I haven't looked at a lot of the minor league stats, but he's one of the prospects that has been talked about quite a bit, that he's very good. He's been positioned as a second baseman because they really want to keep Altuve out there, but they need someone on second base that isn't just like the Honduran army knife that is Mauricio Dubon, because Dubon has to be moving all over the place. So they want some more consistency and maybe a bit more upside than Brandon Rogers.
Yeah. We're
Because
at
let's face it,
0-1 right
Brandon
now for
Rogers is
Paredes.
Brandon Rogers.
Paredes is up to the plate. Now it's back to the start of the lineup.
Yeah.
And now here's the 0-1. And now here's a fly ball to Randy Arozarena.
Yeah, to Mr. Poser.
That had me for a second. That had me.
No. Imagine he just did this and he just held his hand out there and it landed in it.
You know, I work in childcare for a summer camp from grades like kindergarten to 5th, and this is what I there's some baseball kids, and you know what I say? Hey, do you want to hear a baseball joke? What? Julio Rodriguez. One kid just lost it because he was like, you know what? You're kind of right. And now here is Cam Smith up to the plate, and now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, could be a double play ball. The throw to second and the throw to first, and not in time, not even close. And now we got runners on first and third, but the good news is at least there is 2 outs.
Come on, Jose. Come on, man. Come on. You gotta keep getting hits. You gotta get to 3,000, man.
No, I need the Mariners to win so they can catch up to you all.
No.
You know, if I could go on a time machine, maybe I should have done my YouTube channel like a month earlier, get the idea of a live show, then we meet up, and then we could have done that Jordan game, and I would have been like, let's like choreograph it or something. Maybe let's do that. Let's do a choreographing.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. You would have had to bleep a bunch of stuff out because I threw up a bunch of F-bombs when that happened.
Well, maybe we should do it. And now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. I guess I'll try to stage it the best I possibly can. And we're at 0-2 for Jose Altuve, but it looks like he broke his bat. And now he's going to get a new one. While we're waiting, yesterday I played in a different softball game. I subbed in for a team. On my debut for that team, I caught every fly ball coming my way in the outfield. And then the second game, I was allowed to pitch 3 innings, and I didn't give up a run. And it was
you Babe Ruth. You've been Babe Ruth, being in the outfield and the pitcher.
Yeah, I guess I am the Asian baby.
And you did call your shot. Now you didn't hit a home run, but you did call your shot that one time.
Yeah.
And you did it in the way that at least.
And I did it in golf swing style.
Like how they've said for Babe Ruth, like what actually happened there is he was arguing with like the pitcher or something like that, and he just kind of threw his hand out there and just pointed in a random direction, and the home run happened to go that way.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the third, and Josh and I have a treat. We're going to react to the Jordan Alvarez home run from the playoffs.
Well,
and Scott Service has just brought in Jordan Alvarez, and I think this is a very bizarre situation. I think this is a very bizarre decision to make because hold on, I need the more like
said he brought in
full
Jordan Alvarez. You said he brought in Jordan instead of Robbie Ray.
Right.
That's why I was only cut.
All right, let's get to this. This is going to be a little bit tougher than I thought.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and here's Scott Service. He just pulled out Paul Sewald for Robbie Ray, and I'm not sure about this because Jordan Alvarez actually does kill lefties, including Robbie Ray. And now here's a pitch. Oh, and here's a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one.
There was one
and what an idiot mistake by, I know, but I can't find it. That was an idiot mistake by Scott Service. And all I'm saying, he better be out of this team before everyone clears it. And I'm just in absolute disbelief. Like, we had Paul Sewald He had 2 outs, but because he gave up a single to Jerry Pena, he knee jerks, goes with that freaking matchup poo-poo, and now the Mariners are down 1-0 in the series.
There had been like the first playoff walk-off that was like, what was it? You needed like all the runs to it was like you needed the 3 runs to win that because it'd been 2 or 1 every other home run walk-off.
Do you think that how many views do you think that would have gotten if I did a reaction to that, like on the live?
Honestly, that could have gotten a lot of views because what I would have been like is, like before Pena got the single, I would have been all like, man, you were just a better team that this whole game.
The 1-0 to Cole Young, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1.
And, we'll try to win the next game, but, man, we just got beat by the Mariners. And then Pena gets a single. I'm all like, well, okay.
Here's Cole Young outside for a ball.
We got a little bit of life, but I still don't think we got this win here. And then Jordan, hits foul in the first one there. I'm all like, well, it was a good swing at it, but he's probably not going to get that again.
And that is going to be a strike.
And then it would have been all like, I just see it happen. I'm all like, and my honest reaction to it.
And that's going to be a popped up and talk about a golf swing, but Jose Altuve is running, but he makes the catch.
Because I was looking on MLB.com because I was just all like, well, this game's over. I'm going to go get some dinner. And I remember sending this to my friend, and this was my honest reaction. I was all like, what the fuck? Fuck. What just happened? What just fucking happened?
Oh, how tragic. Northwest Sports Fanatics has 77 viewers. I have 8. Skull emoji. The pitch. You just on some of these things, you just gotta laugh it off. Yeah. Don't show any negative animosity. It's just you just laugh it off. All you gotta do is something like this. In a few months, I'll show it the pitch. Yeah, so you just gotta laugh it off, and this is all you gotta do.
All right, guys. Good vibes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
Good vibes only.
You just say, does his channel have, a Game & Watch?
Does this channel have a Darth Vader?
Yeah. Or those the A-Rod bobblehead?
Does he have my buddy over here?
Or how about 2 Game & Watches?
Oh, come on. And now we're at 2-1 to Ben Williamson. Now here's a ground ball right to first base, and that's gonna go to the bag. And that's going to be outfielded by my fantasy boy, Christian Walker, who I benched.
But, at least I didn't have my virtual boy.
Oh, the virtual boy? You mean something like this? Literally works like that.
No, it's much more substantial.
And now we're at JP Crawford.
Some work done on it because I think the previous owner never fixed the ribbon cables. Because it was a known issue with the Virtual Boy is that to save some money, they didn't solder down some of the ribbon cables for the each of the screens, like for that. And so,
what about the head strap? They should have put a head strap. Now the 0-1, and that's gonna be a foul ball.
The issue is it was way too heavy. Like the only way you can really sit with it is if the stands, especially if the stand's broken, which mine is you kind of have to be laying back, and then it just kind of has to gradually lay on your face.
And a golf swing foul ball.
And you have to kind of be precariously balanced. And then also the fact is that the controller, you have to be holding the controller and just kind of know the button layout.
Or else the battery's going to pop out. As we're at 0-2 for JP, the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the second baseman, throw to first in time, and that's going to retire.
If you're one of the people with an AC adapter,
yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to the bathroom because bathroom. So enjoy a minute worth of this, and if I'm not back on time, well, I hope he has things to say. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
with your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Well, we're still in break, so nothing really is really happening right now. But who will be up for the Astros is Christian Walker, Victor Candini, and Yainer Diaz. Well, we'll see. You know, maybe they'll get some contact here. Maybe not. For how this has been going, we have no idea.
I also got pasta.
Pasta, nice.
Oh, and guess who forgot his soda?
Oof.
Totally
Good thing
marinated
is-
that one.
I got the soda back here, so if I need a soda, I just reach back and go grab.
And we are back from the break, and now here's Christian Walker up to the plate, and that is, you know what? I don't need soda. I just need this, a big water tank.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, my friends.
But yes, my virtual boy, one of the screens on it goes in and out, so I don't get the perfect view on it because the ribbon cables, I'm pretty sure, have come loose because they were just glued there, so they're just going to come loose anyway. So I need to get someone to
It's
look at it.
a 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now,
And then
have
I
you
would
heard
like to get an AC adapter for it.
now, have you heard the tragedy of Genesis? Now, don't say too much yet. Okay,
Well, yeah.
do you at least know of the CD and the 32Xs? Okay, hold that thought. The 1-2. So yesterday, I accidentally watched a P video. You know what I mean? P video.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff you're really not supposed to watch as a kid.
Yeah.
It's swinging
Oh,
and
okay.
missing.
Now
Okay.
you found me.
Okay, so hear me out. I watched that video of the Sega Genesis getting raped by the Sega CD and the 32X. It was. Get it?
Well, I'm all like, the CD wasn't so much. It was definitely the 32X.
32X.
It was the 32X, and then the fact that Sega
You got
Japan
Randy
just,
Rosarena making the catch. Yeah,
like,
and then
literally they stopped supporting the Sega Genesis.
and by
way
the time they came up with the 32X, they were already like working on the Saturn. So it was like, what the hell
the
was going
Saturn
on?
was like, basically the 32X came out. Let me see. Let's see, because they came out almost right on top of one another. 32X. November of 1994, and the Saturn here in North America came out at E3 in 1995
Mm-hmm.
because they wet their pants when they saw what Sony was putting out.
1-0, and that's gonna be 2-0. And then Dreamcast was that too little, too late console.
Well, yes, it was. Had they gone, well, the issue is that the Saturn was just way too hard to develop for, period, which is why
Too low.
multi-platform games have completely different versions that are on the Saturn. Like there was like, what was it? Was it Mega Man 7 or 8 that is like completely different from like its PlayStation 1
3-0
version?
pitch. And that's gonna be a strike, 3-1.
And then there's a few other the multi-platform games, and they're just completely different because it's a very different architecture. Where a lot of like you did see some PS1 games make their way over to N64, and often they would just clean up the weird warping textures.
Now we're at
And
3-2.
there would be other limitations for
Here's a
them.
ground ball diving stop by Ben Williamson. Throw to first, and that is in time, and that's going to retire the side. And a 1-2-3 inning done by the Mariners. Are you going to watch
Lots of
Seattle versus
1-2-3
Kansas City?
innings.
Well, I mean, yeah, anything's possible. I assume you're a Kansas City fan.
Well, it makes sense. It's either that or the Oklahoma Rangers.
There's that. Oklahoma Dodgers, too.
Well, which funny thing is there was times that when I would go over to visit my sister, we would go see the Round Rock Express, and almost without fail, most of the time they happened to be playing the Dodgers, or as they were called at the time, the baseball team or baseball club. And the funny thing is that that time their logo that they had for it just looked like a political party's logo. It did. Like, it was red and blue, and it had a picture of Oklahoma on it.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, when you look at that, you don't think baseball team. And the interesting thing is that is a very old minor league club. Like, they actually used to be, I think, the Astros AAA team way back when they were the Colt 45s. Like, yeah, they're a really old club.
Talk about that. Still commercial break going on. I think there's time to do. I'm going to give you an RBI single, and then I scored. Pretty good heads up running there.
Yeah. Well,
You can stand all three states at once. I like that.
Like, there is a better place, though. It's called Four Corners, where you can stand in 4 states at once. And I have been to Four Corners, and I showed up right as they were closing, so I didn't have to pay any money.
And now here's Julio Rodriguez up the plate.
Because you actually have to, like, pay, like, something.
Now the
like,
pitch.
some fee or something to be
That
there.
is a strike.
And one of the biggest reasons why the Navajo, because that's in the Navajo's reservation, that is why they don't become a state. Because people are all like, why don't they make themselves a state? They have the people, and they
don't want to. I don't think they want to.
Because you would lose Four Corners.
Not only that, I wonder if they get a lot of tax exceptions too, because if you're not a state,
well, yeah, you get a lot of stuff because they're in. I think it's either all 4 states or they're in 3 of the 4 states.
Swing and a miss strike
Colorado,
too.
they're not really in. So they like.
I mean, look at Puerto Rico. They don't want to state up.
Well, actually, Puerto Rico, in like the last decade, has actually wanted to do that because their government has slowly started to show its cracks.
So
largely because they keep getting
1-2.
hit by hurricanes. The
There's
issue
a ball.
is that
2-2.
it's more like the United States doesn't want to bring them in yet as a state, and it's largely due to politics. We'll just leave it at that for why they don't.
Politics is always messy. The 2-2 outside for a ball. 3-2 for Julio Rodriguez. Now we're at 3-2. Now Raleigh on deck, and now the pitch. Ball 4, take your base.
I'm just going to say, no face. How did you feel about the refs in last NFL season? Did you feel like they were really helping you out, or there was no bias?
Yeah, what about the NBA? Didn't the refs kind of help the
Well,
Oklahoma
yes,
City Thunder?
but okay. Everyone had joked for like the entire season that literally the
The
refs were
pitch to
just
Cal
Chiefs
Raleigh.
players.
Yeah, they were just trying to script it for the Chiefs and then only to get humiliated by
Well,
the
because the
Eagles.
NFL was all like, okay, we're being called out. We got to put a crew that that never calls the Super Bowl and never calls Chiefs games. So we make it at least somewhat looking like
Objective.
it's fair. And then the
Now the
Eagles
0-1.
annihilated the
Big
Chiefs.
swing and a miss, and that is strike 2.
So no face. You haven't answered the question. You just laugh. So
We got to do this. Oklahoma City versus Houston Rockets. We're all going to be together.
they'll disappoint me. I know that they'll find a way to disappoint me.
Because now
But
we're 0-2 for Cal Raleigh.
At least we got those 2 wins.
And now here's the 0-2 pitch. Low for a ball. And I think you know the intro that I'm going to use for NBA games.
Probably would be like the NBC one.
Yep, that's what I'm going to use. Because they're not going to use that one. They're not going to, and plus they haven't copyrighted me, so it's like, what are they going to do?
Yeah, well, because isn't it next season that they're going to start showing up on NBC again?
Yeah, but they're not going to do the exact, I don't think they're going to do the exact nostalgic NBC intro, which they should, but they won't.
They could.
But they won't. They want to keep up with the modernity or whatever. Appeal to the Gen Zs and the Alphas.
Hey, what's
now
up,
the 1-2 pitch?
Kids? Ooh, yeah.
And that is popped up into first base side. Christian Walker is there. And he makes the catch. And somehow Julio Rodriguez, he was going to second base. Like, whoa, what was he doing? It was a pop-up and he went to second base?
Well, I'm all like, at that point, when you noticed it was a pop-up, turn around. Like, I was looking on the MLB.com and he was like ambling. Like,
because he was trying to steal. That's what it was. Oh, because he was stealing, but he wasn't like paying attention. And then he realized he was screwed. It was like,
and that became like an epic double play. Like that's a really good double play.
Yeah, even thanks to Julio Rodriguez.
The Clays them. It is though. I will say that Tom Brady never needed pity points in the Super Bowl. He got all of his points fair and square.
0-1. Now here's a fly ball to deep left field, and that is gone. That is a home run.
Which just makes Julio's idiotic play so stupidly funny.
It really does make it funny.
Because that's what he just was.
It could have been a 2-run home run. And, of course, he's doing his basketball thing. And now the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. It's the Mariners 1 and the Astros 0. And must I say, sucker!
Hey, 2 rings. Ooh.
Oh, ooh. Are we living in the present or are we living in the past?
Oh, but 2 rings and how many World Series appearances have the Mariners had? What?
Hey, there's nothing I can do when I have bad ownership and bad management.
Hey, I know, but I was just being.
No, I literally use that. That's where I literally will say checkmate to myself to them. Like, yeah, but nothing I can really do.
Hey, I will say the Astros ownership until we had Jim Crane had been really bad.
Now that 1-0.
Yeah, we still did make it to a World Series.
That is a 2-0 pitch.
And we can thank the Houston Chronicle for their news article, which that infamous news article where it's
2-0.
It's safe to say it. The season's
over.
And
that is a strike. Now the Oklahoma City, not so much because last couple of years we didn't do so good, but I was a loyal fan when they were winning 24 and 50. Yeah. But here's the thing. You had a lot going for you, though. You had SGA, and then you had all those draft picks by the Clippers.
Oh, no. I'm going to say it's not as bad as the Spurs.
3-1.
What was
a strike 3-2?
Wemby's quote on why he didn't want to go to the Rockets was he wanted to go to a winner. So he went to the Spurs.
Well, he was drafted by the Spurs anyway.
No, he didn't want to be in Houston. Like, he was going to reject it and whatnot. He's going to put his foot down that he didn't want to be in Houston because he wanted to be to a winner. And yet, what have the Spurs done in his entire career? Sucked.
Nothing. But they got Dylan Harper.
Yeah, but it seems like that, because the issue is that Wemby is not exactly a
3-2.
player that I don't think has
Swing
a
and a
long
miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. But the good news is we got a home run for Randy Arozarena. It should have been a 2-run home run, though. But now I got to go to the bathroom again.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
That is why if the Rockets do win the finals next year, that would just be so funny, because you just and guess what would pop up is a bunch of people making fun of Wemby for his statements on Houston isn't a winner.
What'd I miss?
Nothing. It's still commercial break. I was just responding to, weren't the Spurs the worst team that year? But Wemby said he wanted to go. He didn't want to go to Houston because they're not a winner.
That didn't age well.
And that's why I say if Houston ends up winning the finals, that would just be so funny.
It'll be funnier. Oklahoma wins another NBA championship, and they can laugh and say, we have more than you now.
No. Well, no, actually, no. No. Seattle still has more because shared history. Got the trump card.
Oh, and if they want our shared history, you also own being the first NBA team to lose in the first round as a first seed, baby.
And then also that loss to the Bullets.
You know, I'm gonna probably start doing that. I'm gonna make some cute posts going, "Hey, Oklahoma, since you like." Well, here's the thing: Oklahoma City fans don't care about their history. They really don't want it.
Yeah. But
it was really about value of franchise.
So hard.
0-2 to Trammell. That is up high for a ball.
It's like the Titans when it comes to Oilers uniforms in history, that most of the people in Tennessee don't care about that time because that wasn't their
1-2.
team. It was Houston's team.
We don't claim your history with all due respect. But here's the thing. How about this? I'll claim Oklahoma's history because we're shared history.
Yeah.
Seattle won an NBA championship in 2025. Thank you. We're at 3-2. I want to see what he says.
Oh my gosh.
3-2. And now the pitch.
Like, the fans might not.
Strike 3 called. Bye-bye, Trammell. And that is going to be one out.
But
Seattle won in 1978. They won in 1979. Skull emoji.
I'm all like, the team wants to claim that. It's kind of like, you know, like I said, the Titans. Another one would be, even though this is a slightly different case, it's the Arizona Cardinals constantly claiming that, yeah, they were the 1925 NFL champions, even though they weren't, but they are awarded it.
Now the 0-1 to Dubon, and that is a swing and a miss.
And the funny thing is ever since they've claimed it, they've sucked.
Do you know what's another way to upset Seattle and Oklahoma City fans at the same time in basketball? And now the 0-2 to Dubon, swing and a 3. How about this? Oklahoma City Thunder decides to dress in Sonics gear. Oklahoma fans will be upset because that's not our team and logos. No way. And then Seattle fans will be like, man, you're just really throwing it in our faces.
No. So same. There's the expansion in Seattle gets their team. How funny would it be? They play a game and they swap jerseys.
You know what? Maybe I
That
think
would
we should
be
do that.
funny. The
Let's do
Oklahoma
that.
City Sonics and the
Oklahoma and the Seattle
and the
Thunder.
Seattle Thunder.
Actually, it makes sense. Sonic, the fast food restaurant, was based out of Oklahoma City, and there are thunderstorms sometimes in Seattle.
Well, you are next to a temperate rainforest, so yeah, it makes
So
sense.
if you think about it, Oklahoma and Seattle were really not that much different.
But just that would just be so funny. They would never do it, but that would just be so funny.
I'll make a YouTube short about it. Now that we have Oklahoma City Thunder and the Sonics, let's do something funny. Let's have this jersey swap each other.
Well, another one that would be hilarious, even though because of Nike being uptight, you couldn't do it nowadays, is if the Brewers and the Mariners did a Pilots throwback at the same time.
They have.
But
They
just
have
imagine
done a
just
Pilots.
both of them were wearing the Pilots and playing each other. The Seattle Pilots are playing against the Seattle Pilots.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it because Nike sucks. But it would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one thing I wish that they would change back is the ability to do throwback uniforms. Those were great. Like, the Astros, every year you at least have 1 or 2 games out of that year where they wore the Tequila Sunrise jerseys. Those are some of the best jerseys ever made.
And now we are back from the break.
And sure, I would also love to see the Astros don the brick red jerseys from their early 2000s. Those were great. Pinstripes.
Got Mitch Garver up to the plate, and now the pitch. And that is going to be a ball.
I'm all like, the pinstripes, that can stay. Same with some of the other ones. The black one was also nice, but not as good as the brick red. Brick red was the best from that era. And then the late 90s ones, those can stay in the late 90s. Those were not good. Midnight blue and like gold. Why the heck they thought those were Astro colors? We got no idea. Sure, pinstripe doesn't make any sense with the Astros, but at least the brick red made sense for their new arena at the time.
Now the 1-2. Low for a ball, 2-2.
Because apparently the owner hated the name Astros so much that he wanted to change it to the Diesels. Thank God he didn't do that.
Jeez. And Mitch Garver just struck out.
Now, which version of the Supersonics logo and jerseys would you say are the best? No face.
Oh, he says he said he would stop rooting for the Thunder if he started putting in Sonics jerseys. So both fan bases would be upset. The pitch. And
they
is
would.
A ball.
Well, old doesn't say anything. That literally that would be any jersey that was not the last one.
Now the pitch, and now here's a fly ball foul.
Like, there's late 90s. There's basically most of their history from like mid to late 70s all the way to early 90s. And then there's those early ones where they kept changing the logo every few years.
Now the pitch. That's going to be a 1-2.
And then there was also the early 2000s when they made their logo look boring. Unlike that late 90s that had the Space Needle in it.
Now here's a fly ball to deep right center field, and he's going to be there and make the catch as Taylor Trammell, and that's going to be 2 outs.
Well, Also, so was that the first logo? Because the one that most people think of when they think of the Sonics was not their first logo. It wasn't
No, it
even
was like a
their
really
second
ugly
logo.
logo, and that
Okay, I
is a
will say the
strike.
one that had the Space Needle that looked like the what was it, the like F-16 or something like that flying off. That was a cool one, but they did it for like
Yeah,
1 year.
they did literally.
And I'm like, that was a cool one. If they had kept that one would have been like a unique logo.
And now here's a liner to right field, and that's gonna be a base hit, and Cole Young gets to first base.
Or you could just be the Bulls where they've never changed their logo in their entire history.
Pretty much. No, I think they have.
Nope. It's always been the Red Bull. Or, if you look at it upside down, it looks like something else. But it has always been that. And which is kind of weird because I think they're the only one that's been around for a long time.
Now here's a
That
ground
has never
ball,
changed
and that's
their
going to
logo.
be out. And that is going to retire the side.
Or how about the Chicago Packers?
Chicago Packers. Oh, God.
They did exist. They did.
Oh, my God.
Because of their meat packing industry. Let's just say they were not popular. Their one season that they were called the Packers. They then became the Chicago Zephyrs. Still weren't popular. And so then they left for Baltimore to become the Bullets. And now they're the Washington Wizards because guns are bad.
Well, Gilbert Arenas,
But that's the only reason why they're not called the Bullets anymore, because guns are bad. Even though Wizards is a cool name. Like, got a nice alliteration to it, Though they should have kept the old Wizards logo. That one was better because it actually, had a wizard on it. Not their stupid logo with the Washington Monument on it. I want the logo when Michael Jordan was playing for the Wizards, which no one remembers that.
I do. That was even in the Gilbert Arenas era.
Most people do not remember the fact that he played with the Wizards for a few seasons.
Well, yeah. Oh, there's a game that we can still play. All right. Since you go to grid 838 and 837 and choose.
Well, let's see if I've messed with any of these. I probably haven't, because last time I had this open was the last time we played. Okay, the page is being laggy.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball for Paredes.
Let's clear some of these tabs.
As we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. And that is a strike.
Okay. Page is
And
just
now the pitch.
a little bit slow today.
And that's going to be a 1-2 count. And by the way, I just realized this is the top of the sixth inning, so this game has been breezing.
Oh yeah, it has. And it really has only had one boot.
He thinks that the 95 to 01 logo was really good. And 2001 to 2008, he was like, I don't know about that. Which is a very fair assessment.
I love the 70s to the mid 90s. I would say that's the number 2 logo for me. Closely
2-2.
Behind the
foul ball.
The F-16 one, but then there's that mid 90s one is probably the best that they've ever done. And okay, looking at the 2 grids, I will probably go for 837 just because this one I might have
popped up again, and that's going to go to home plate and out of play. Oh, Cal Raleigh makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 out. Nice play by Cal Raleigh. And also, while we're waiting for the next at bat, as Cal Brawley did make that catch, I'm on game number 39 for the season,
Slowly working.
which I have
Slowly
actually
working your
tied my
way up.
2020. I have as of now I have tied my 2023 season with 39. 2024 was 60, and now I'm at 39. And the pitch, and that is a strike. And now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch, and that is up high for a ball.
It's just way too simple.
Yeah. What is too simple? Now we're at 2-1 for Smith. Now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to JP Crawford. Easy play. Go to first. That is in time. So which one are you going to choose for the immaculate grid? 838 or 837?
37.
837. All right. I'll get that up and ready.
That one I might be able to get a few.
Maybe, huh?
Well,
And
yeah,
Luis Castillo, believe it or not, I'm just going to say what his stats are. I'm not going to say if he's going good or bad, but 5 strikeouts, 1 walk on 80 pitches. That's all I'm going to say. And now the pitch to Altuve, and that is a strike. And because I said how he's doing, I think Jose Altuve is going to hit a home run.
Nah, he won't.
As we're at 0-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2 for Altuve. And the pitch. And that was an outside pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did not. That was a close one. Cal Raleigh was trying to fake him out. He tried to trick him. And let's see if that was a swing through. Oh, that was a swung through. I wonder if that is a challengeable. Do you think those check swings are challengeable?
No, those are judgment calls.
Now the 1-2.
Sure.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to retire the side. Strikeout number 6 for Castillo. And let's just get straight to it, kid. Let's play the immaculate grid game.
Okay, 2,000 career hits for the New York Mets. Let's go with the tried and true Willie Mays.
Yeah, you're going to get wrecked.
Eventually, he's going to help me one time.
Oh, 12%. Okay.
Well, yeah, most people don't remember that he did end his career with the Mets. Cardinals for 2,000 career hits. Let's go Yadi.
Yadi.
Yadier Molina. Or Yadi Molina.
5%.
Scott Rowland for 100 RBIs for the Cardinals. Okay. Now let's go 200 hits, 2,000 career plus hits. Let's go Freddie Freeman. Because he's only done it once, I'm pretty sure.
1%, not bad.
Yeah, that he was a recent one, but he's only hit 200, I think, once. 200 hits, 100 RBIs. Let's think. Let's go with. Let's just pass on that for a second. 100 RBIs, Mets. Let's think. Let's go with like Pete Alonso.
Yeah, you're going to get wrecked. Oh,
Yeah.
and the game's over.
Let's see how bad it was.
You
The other
did
name I was
4.
thinking of was like Darryl Strawberry, which he probably would have wrecked my numbers as well. Again.
And we're back from the break. And that
I
is
just looked. Darryl Strawberry would have actually helped me a little bit, but he was 22% as
0-1.
well.
And that is low for a ball. And now the
I should
1-1.
have thought about who hosts. That would have been an easy one.
And now we're at 2-1. And the pitch. Outside for a ball,
Why would they give
3-1.
you a team there, you know? They just talk and talk and talk.
Yeah,
Now-
let's just get it done.
Yeah, you would think, but no, they just
The
decide
pitch.
to talk and talk and talk.
Just talk, and that's the strike. 3-2. You know, forever I thought that emoji was Prayer's hand, but it's 2.
I'm gonna say
It's
that I
hand
thought
side,
that as
but-
well.
Now the 3-2.
I
here's
thought
the
that
fly
as
ball
well
foul.
because it does look like that.
No, I didn't. No, I thought it was like, oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, that. I thought it was that, not people high-fiving. Because
Skull
typically
emoji.
for high-fiving, people don't do that one. They typically do the waving one, because that one kind of actually looks like you,
3-2.
high-five.
And strike 3 called, and there he goes. And that is going to be 1 out. And now it's going to be up to Julio Rodriguez.
Can he make up for his blunder the last time?
My
Hey.
whole life has been a lie.
I
Laugh
will
emoji,
say this,
skull emoji.
I for the longest time I didn't know why a corn dog was called a corn dog. Literally,
Now
I
the pitch
thought
to Julio. Oh, inside.
that
That
looks
almost
like
got him.
Maybe it looks like corn on a cob or something like that. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, it was because of cornbread.
And now we're at 1-0 for Julio, the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be 1-1.
Trains have been really busy this evening.
Haven't they? As we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball once again. And now we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball.
It's also because there's like 2 big train lines that come right through this town, and yeah, some
The
nights
pitch.
they're
And
pretty
that's going to
quiet,
be foul
but then
ball
there's
2-2.
nights like this that they're just constantly coming through.
Two and two for Julio. Let's see if he can make something out of it, especially to add on, because he needs to make up for the fact that he got doubled up. And now the pitch.
I am predicting.
Strike 3
that he's
called,
gonna
and that's
strike
going to be 2 outs. Yep.
Well, because the reason why MLB.com had told me.
Pretty much.
but still, that's just almost fitting. To follow up your blunder there, you strike out.
Yeah, he certainly didn't make up for it.
Well, and the thing is, I'm not actually living in a city that like this wouldn't actually technically classify as a city. It's a town. It just happens to be next to an interstate with a college campus on it.
And that's going to be a foul ball.
It happens to be smack dab in between San Antonio and Austin, which, yeah, that corridor is quickly filling up.
Now the pitch, and that is going to be a strike. 0-2.
Though I will say it was much quieter when I was in Huntsville. Like the only thing I had to always worry about is, for whatever reason, it seemed like every week there was always an emergency vehicle outside my dorm room.
We're at 0-2 for Cal Raleigh. Now the pitch, low for a ball again, and that's going to be 1-2.
And it wasn't because I could hear them. I'd just see the lights. Don't know why they were there, but they were always there, it seemed like.
And now we're at 1-2.
It could have been
And
like
now the pitch.
one person,
Up high for a ball.
a student while I was there. Literally, they were driving their car out one morning, and they picked up a hitchhiker for whatever
2-2.
reason.
Now here's a
And it
ground
turned
ball
out
foul again.
It was the hitchhiker was a guy who had escaped from the death row prison that's in Huntsville.
Death row.
Yes, Huntsville, Texas is where Texas has where they do the executions. Now, the prisoners themselves are
2-2
not
pitch. Inside for a ball.
they're
3-2.
transported into Huntsville, but the prison where they are executed is in Huntsville.
Now we're at 3-2 the count for Cal
And
Raleigh.
apparently that prison used to have a
0-2.
prison radio.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Walter. And that is going to retire the side. Imagine if
For
I had
being
him in
a
fantasy.
rookie with probably not like a lot of huge prospects of getting into the big leagues this time, he's done very well.
All right, let's play. Cubs and Phillies.
I punted this one just because I was all like, there's only a few names I can think of.
Wait, no. Let's do Mark Pryor.
Okay.
And now let's do Giants and Phillies. Would I know? No. Cubs and Phillies? No.
Well, actually, I know one for Cubs and Phillies.
I am screwed for this one.
Now, the one that I'm thinking of for Cubs and Phillies, do not put him in because that would really tank it.
Got Russ Ortiz. Who would I know for a 10-win pitcher? Zach Greinke.
Good old Zach Greinke. Oh, whoa, where is he? Oh, okay.
Oh, 22%.
Well, okay, most people know Zach Greinke because he is
He's the one.
He's one of the more stranger pitchers. Like, he actually wanted to play shortstop for a while.
Phillies and Giants, would I know? No. That's my dog. Cubs and Phillies. Nope.
Do you
Yeah,
want
I'm
me to
dead
tell
on
you who I'm thinking
No.
of for that?
No.
Well, actually, let me see how bad it would tank you.
6:30.
Hey, I actually won a game.
You did. Hold on, give me a moment. Cal Raleigh is out.
Okay,
Wait, what? No, Cal Raleigh's in. Yeah, Cal Raleigh's in. Cal Raleigh is very much in. Hold on.
Oh, that would have hurt.
Yeah, that would have.
Yeah, thank you.
And now the
Didn't think
pitch.
of him.
And that is a strike. 1-1.
It was Schwarber. That's who I was thinking of for Phillies Cubs. Yeah.
Wait,
Would
you
have
even
tanked
know?
it.
Wait, you noticed my dog no face? Wait, did you notice my dog? Did you see my
I
dog?
actually did not notice the dog.
Yeah, I have 2 dogs. Gabe Spires in the bullpen. They're preparing for Castillo. Oh, you did?
Well, it's not surprising because Castillo is almost at 90 pitches. So
Yeah, but if he's hot, then you just
this
keep
is
him in the
usually when they
pitch.
start getting antsy.
Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel. Yes, Cal Raleigh struck out. Yes, I have a Cavalier. I have 2 Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch, outside for a ball. 3-2.
Yeah, you're not missing much in this game. It's literally just been the home run. That's
1-0
been
the
pretty
pitch.
much the big highlight.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Luis Castillo with his 7th strikeout of this game. He has 6 strikeouts, and he's on fire.
No, he has 7.
It is 7. This has been absolute pitcher's duel, to say the least.
Thankfully, MLB.com tells me these things.
They do. Houston
Yeah.
pitcher, straight
Brandon
up guess.
Walter.
Now here's Caratini. Now here's a liner. Oh, off the glove. It bounces off of Solano. Hope he's okay. And that's going to be a base hit. That was just an absolute laser. He just couldn't get to it.
Yeah,
and now I wonder if Dan Wilson is going to, quote, seen enough. But no, I mean,
the Rockies won their 23rd game of the season. I think they
I
might
would
be
not
getting
pull
close to where they might win too many games not to break the all-time record, which is a shame. We thought we were going to get it this year.
And now here's Yainer Diaz. Now the pitch. Now that's going to be popped up. Should be easy play. It's going to be Cole Young. And he makes the catch, and that is going to be 2 outs.
All right. Of course he pops out. He always pops out.
Ichiro Hall of Fame Pop Collectible, August 5th through 7th.
There's going to be a huge line for that. Because they want, 90-year-old Ichiro still playing out there.
World Series, baby! And speak of, you're making me play that video again.
With Griffey, and he's got a walker. I think he should have also mentioned like having Griffey Sr. there out as well.
Yeah. And here's Taylor Trammell batting 147. Just watch him hit a home run. And now the pitch. That's a strike.
No, Trammell's there just for defense because Myers is out.
We're at 0-1 for the Trammell.
It'd be great if he did, but he's not.
Anyone cares about Dogecoin? And now here's a liner to right field, foul. Anyone who cares about Dogecoin, they've been jumping 5 cents in the past couple of days.
Yes, cryptocurrencies.
XRP went up like $1.50 over the past few days. Now we're at 0-2. Some people made millions. Somewhere out there, someone made their millions, and they're crapping their pants right now about it.
Yep.
Now we're at 0-2.
Back in the day in the Netherlands, the hot commodity was tulip bulbs.
And that's going to be 1-2 for Taylor
Some
Trammell.
Like the first millionaires where it wasn't like adjusted for inflation for their wealth were from like the Netherlands because of tulip bulbs.
Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch up high for a ball.
One of those.
Now it's 2-2. I got 2 new subscribers today. Very nice.
Nice.
And now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Foul ball, and Taylor Trammell is completely fighting it off. Yeah, of course I saw SGA sign. I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder stalker. I'm not an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. I'm just an OKC stalker.
And that's just ridiculous. Why? Why?
What, letting them live rent-free in my head?
Well, no. The amount of money being contracts
that's what the NBA contracts are. They're insane. And I thought MLB were insane.
And honestly, what it's going to be is it's just a pyramid until, like, as long as the happy rain cloud that is being provided by like Apple and whatnot, they'll be fine. But if that rain cloud ever falters, they're screwed.
2-2. That's fouled.
And that's why they're like, if MLB does put a cap in, do not do NBA's cap. NBA's cap is a joke.
So you want the
like
NFL
they say
cap.
It's a hard cap. It's not a hard cap. It's just a joke.
Skull emoji. Northwest Sports Fanatics has 135. And now the pitch, low for a ball. That guy's got to be making life now.
Oh, look, Trammell.
Now we're at 3-2.
Why do you
now the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. Take your base. Now you got runners on first and second, and Luis Castillo,
Dan has seen enough.
Yep, I guess so. Dan Wilson. I'll do it formally. Dan Wilson is coming out from the dugout, and he has seen enough. And he is going to bring in Gabe Spire to try to finish this off because it looks like
against
Castillo
the
has.
Honduran Army knife, Mauricio Dubon.
Do you think that this is a good decision? Because yeah, he was wheeling and dealing, and all of a sudden he just got cold. Maybe they just figured him out at this point. He just probably lost some
Also,
zip.
that was his 100th pitch. So,
I mean, if he was 100 pitches, but he was still dealing, then it's like keep him in.
yeah, but I get the idea there. Hey, let's
see if Gabe Spire can finish it off, but I don't know.
Yeah, he probably can because Dubon can get you good hits, but it can sometimes be a bit iffy.
Very much
like
iffy.
The only time it wasn't iffy was like early in that 2023 season where he went like a bunch of games with a hitting streak.
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be funny as see with Ohtani's contract, seeing all these ridiculous. Imagine they go, "Hey, we'll refinance your contract." Basically, pull what is it? What is his name? Because it was what the Mets did.
Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla, yeah. And what was it, like $6 million, and they're going to pay him like $50 million by the end of the contract now?
Passive income.
Yeah. Well, also, did you see that Griffey last year finally got his final paycheck from the Reds?
Yep.
And what's also funny about Bonilla is the Mets are not the only team that's paying him still. The Orioles are still paying him $500,000.
Man, whoever is the agent.
Yeah. Well, also the reason why the Mets got so bad, got it really badly is because of a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, the Bernie Madoff thing?
Yeah. That is why they got it so bad. And honestly, if Bobby Bonilla is alive for the final payment, they should have a big celebration where Bobby Bonilla comes out and they hand him the briefcase of money.
That'd be funny. They'll do it at the baseball game.
Yeah,
he gets a huge standing ovation.
That's what you do because it's July 1st. Just make
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Because they do celebrate it as just a funny joke now, but I could see them doing something really funny for the final payment.
Now we're at 0-1 for Dubon as we have Spire from the bullpen.
Oh, it was the right call.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up into right field. And Dylan Moore's running. He's there. And he makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side in just 2 pitches. And it was the right decision after all. We are going into the bottom of the 7th inning.
If it was someone like Jeremy Pena, I would have said that was a stupid decision. But honestly, with Dubon, yeah, there's probably a safe call there. If he beats
now it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because Castillo has had an amazing outing, and Randy Arozarena, poser boy, hit a home run. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old
ball game.
Oh, and No Face, I have something for you. So when I do NBA games this season, here's the intro.
This is the NBA on NBC.
No. I think what you should do is one time as just like a joke. You just shrink it down. And you say, "Oh, Burger, we got a white Bronco."
Isn't that nuts?
Every Knicks and Rockets fan, oh, they hated that.
Did they?
Well, because that was during the finals, and you couldn't watch the entire game because most of the game was in this tiny screen. So you just watch the quote unquote high speed chase for most of the game, and people are all like, "But I want to watch the game."
I know.
And so, like, what was funny is, I think it was last year, Space City Sports Network. One point in time was just reshowing all of the that year's finals, and what my parents actually cracked a joke. They're all like, "So is that game just going to have it to where we just see OJ's chase the entire game instead of the game itself?" Like, the only people who got to watch the game were actually there in person.
And now here's the 0-1. And that's going to be a ground ball right to third base. Paredes throw to first in time. And Rosarena, of course, showed zero hustle on that.
An interesting thing about this Astros pitcher here, Bennett Sousa, is he's probably been one of the few people who've come back from thoracic outlet syndrome, because that's another career killer typically for pitchers.
Oh.
And he had it, and he's come back from it. He's actually been pretty good. So we'll see how his career goes. But maybe
Now here's Donovan
they
Solano.
finally figured
And
it out.
that is a strike.
Because that has been something that has ended a lot of pitching careers, especially for some of the really well-known ones. A lot of them have ended due to thoracic outlet syndrome. Because, like, yeah, you get the surgery and you can come back from it, but you suck, typically. Like Steven Strasburg, literally
Now the
after getting
0-2.
thoracic outlet
Now here's a
syndrome.
fly ball to right field, but that's going to be more of a pop-up. And he makes the catch.
He pitched, like, what, 20 innings maybe for the rest of his career, and they all sucked. Well, Reese
And
sad
now-
to say that.
And now we got Mitch Garver up to the plate with 2 outs. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep center field, and it still might be going to, here's Taylor Trammell, and that is gone. That is a home run for Mitch Garver, and the Mariners
Like I
have
said,
just
Reese
extended
had to
their
say
lead
that.
to 2-0.
I'm all like, that was almost fitting that came
He
in.
just had to. And the Mariners now take a 2-0 lead. And Mitch Garver with his 6th home run of the season. And I thought I'd just remind you, he also hit a home run against you guys in the playoffs in the American League Championship Series when he was a Ranger.
Well, yes, he did. Yes, he did. But he was not the reason why we lost that.
No,
AL.
of course not.
Part of that was Dusty Baker not knowing when to use his pitchers sometimes, and Adolis Garcia, with his big head.
Remember, here's Dylan Moore. Swing and a miss at the dirt, and that is going to be strike 1. Remember when there was that moment where Astros had a 3-2 lead, and there was a moment where I was like, don't mess with Houston. Just don't. And it didn't age well at all.
Yeah, it didn't. But also, I'm going to say this, that there has been a running joke
1-0. Or
ever
0-1.
since that
That's going to be low
series
for a
that
ball.
people have kind of noted that Adolis Garcia's head just seemingly gets bigger.
Literally.
And some people have been jokingly saying it. Oh, his head keeps getting bigger.
And now we're at 1-1 for Dylan Moore.
Even though no one is actually legitimately saying,
pitch.
"Oh, he's taking
Swing and a
steroids."
miss, and that is going to be strike 2.
Like Barry Bonds, who suddenly his head got bigger. We don't know why his head got bigger.
Oh, looks like Dylan Moore. Oh my gosh, he just struck out, and that is going to retire the side. But Mitch Garver went ahead and hit that home run to give the Mariners to extend the lead to 2-0. And I also have more softball clips for you. Let's see if you like this one. It's just called Outs by Myself. And it's loading. You're gonna do I do NFL and NBA games as well.
The only thing he doesn't do is NHL.
I refuse.
And technically also college ball, but
I did college football for when UW was doing it, but I was cheering against Michigan because I hate UW. And yeah, I went to
UW. Done like the Apple Cup.
Oh, the Cougars get screwed all the time when they play UW.
Hey, no, they actually won the last time.
Yeah, but that was after.
Because...
But that was after the fact that UW tried to screw them over by saying, "Oh yeah, we want to play in the more neutral stadium." Yeah,
but
whatever.
I think it was kind of hilarious there because that was their debut season in the Big Ten, and people are all like, "Enjoy your team, Big Ten." They suck.
They do suck. Oh, here's the Outs by Myself. There we go.
Hopefully one season my Texans do make it to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, they haven't.
They have not. They have been screwed over so many times, and it's some of the dumbest things. Like one time, Matt Schaub got injured. That was his only good season. Another was not taking a chance on Peyton Manning. Another one was Jacoby Jones doing an idiotic decision to lose that game. And then the other, Bill O'Brien peeing his pants every time he saw the Patriots. And then doing the exact same thing against the Chiefs.
Uh-huh. It looks like we are back from the break.
So you celebrate when Kansas, occasionally beats, University of Texas because it's hilarious. I still love it when Charlie Strong got fired after losing to Kansas. Because Kansas at that time, they hadn't beaten
outside for a ball
like a year or two. But let's face it, Oklahoma State has always played second fiddle to the Sooners. Even though they're the only Big 12 rep, no one cares.
Now we're at 2-1 for Gabe Spire. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? I'm just off.
Matt Brash.
Matt Brash is now on the mound, but now it's a 3-1 to Matthews.
Well, I think it's because you just said his name wrong. He's all like, I took offense to that.
Wait,
I'm going to throw
Gabe Spire should still be pitching. Why are they doing this?
You got to spread the load. Spread the load.
You can't spread the load on 2 pitches.
Spread the load.
This is not going to end well. I don't care if it's Brash.
He'll end just fine. He'll end just fine.
You.
The Astros aren't hitting. I've seen the song and dance several times this season.
And now
they are not hitting right now.
Ball 4. See, this is why I was against putting.
Why do you like him? Because he gets on base.
No. I only do that for A's games.
Well, no. What's funny also about Kansas is my dad. He knew someone who was a Kansas alum. And during those years that they really stunk, he actually would do a running joke that they were facing against Barbasol School of Beauty, and Barbasol School of Beauty was favored to win.
Oh, this is not good. This is just not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good.
It will be fine.
No, yeah, for you. It'll be fine for you.
Why are we having a mound visit?
I don't know. This isn't fun.
And Cal just go up there and say, Brash, you suck.
Yeah, I probably should because he is stinking the hole. I would have just stayed with Gabe Spire.
No. It turns out Brash is wearing a mask and you take the mask off and it's Bizzardo.
I'm gonna say this: pulling Gabe after just 2 pitches is insane. And now we're at 1-0.
Or it could be that sad season where,
The 1-0 pitch,
my alma mater,
and that is a strike finally.
didn't win a game for like half the season. That was sad when Sam Houston State just lost all those games, and almost all of them were super close too.
We're at 1-1, and now the pitch, and that is a 2-1. And Eddie Gonzalez asks, "Can you show the game?" What's the simple answer to that? Can you answer that one for me? And now we're at 2-1, the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to left field. Here's Randy Arozarena. It gets over his head, and it gets over his head again, and looks like they're going to score. They are going to score. The throw to the plate, and that is going to be not in time. And now the Astros just got themselves on the board, and now it's 2-1 Mariners.
Well, no, actually, it was fitting when you were responding to that. The stream like freaked out. That was fitting almost. It was like the stream knew. Showing games, you can't do that.
Oh, boy. This is a good thing Mitch Garver hit that home run.
Yeah.
And now here is Smith, the pitch. Outside for a ball. Again, why did they pull Gabe Spire? Like, if Dan Wilson's name wasn't Dan Wilson, if it was just Joe Bob, Mariners fans would be calling for his head by now.
Yeah, if it was still Scott Service.
He's doing Scott Service things right now. He's not much different. And now the 1-0.
And I'm all like, at least Scott Service,
Right.
you just say, he was a former Astro. He couldn't hurt his team. He couldn't hurt them.
He helps them. Maybe there's a conspiracy that he
couldn't
would
hurt his former team.
the 1-1.
That
is a strike.
He couldn't hurt his former team.
You know what all he said after the Astros won that game? He was like, "These things happen. It's okay." It's like, no, take responsibility that you lost.
Well, yeah, you should take responsibility, but also it is good to acknowledge that, hey, sometimes crap happens.
Yeah, in a playoff game, the pitch, check swing, did he go? He did not. And Matt Brash has just been absolutely wild today. Of course, the Mariners have to make this game more exciting than it's necessary, as we're at 2-2.
Yeah, USA.
Pitch.
Like, really, the thing is that the like USA is just it's a force when it comes to basketball. Like, they've only lost a handful of times, and
3-2.
one of those times,
and the pitch,
Russian team cheated
foul
to win the game.
I don't think USA is going to win in 28, even though they're a host nation. You think they're still going to win it?
Well, no, it's just because USA is just super stacked typically, and also, it's not like because most people are all like, "Oh, all these other leagues are so much better than NBA because they use
3-2
the
swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally got him, and that's going to be 1 out.
What is it, like FIBA? I think that's what they're called.
FIBA.
Yeah, they use them as, oh, look, the European teams do so much better. I'm all like, because the NBA players that play for Team USA don't care. The Olympics, on the other hand, they actually care.
Yeah, the FIBA World Championship, they don't care.
Yeah, they do not care. They're all like, that is not as prestigious as a gold medal. Which, honestly, I wish that soccer would be the same case.
Yeah.
Honestly, it just kind of makes soccer kind of lame, and it doesn't help. Like, soccer is super popular, but it's largely due to economics why it's popular.
I wonder if the Mariners should actually just no, they're not going to intentionally walk Altuve because he's 0 for 3, but that's only because he got 0 for 3 out of Castillo. Now we're at 0-1, and now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up to right center field, and Dylan Moore is there, and he makes the catch, and that is going to be 2 down and throw to second.
Like I said, it's completely fine. It's completely fine. Nothing is going to happen. It's just going – they didn't get shut out. That's about it.
Yeah.
I wish Altuve had gotten a hit, at least one time, but nothing was going to happen here.
How's that make you feel, Josh?
I would love if they want to, but honestly, it's just one of those games where they are not hitting and they
pitch.
won't hit.
And here's a pop-up, and
And
it's
with
going to go
Myers and Pena
to
out,
Dylan
if they
Moore.
don't want
And
to
Coley,
hit,
Dylan
there's
Moore makes the
nothing
catch,
to
but
do with
Chihuahua got a talk out there, and the Mariners get themselves out of a jam. But the Mariners do, the Astros do score. Oh, and let's go to this. Shall we do since you were talking about the Ichiro 93 years old thing?
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro is like 93 years old. I'm like,
I'll agree with you on that.
no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like
No,
Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he
I-
gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like
I mean-
people crying, like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
That's still the best. I think that's the best video I've ever cut.
It is. It is.
World Series, baby.
Like, just imagine a few years from now, the Seahawks bring back Pete Carroll. Super Bowl, baby.
The Sonics come back and they get a 45-year-old Kevin Durant. NBA Finals, baby. Oh, when Mitch Garver hits a home run. World Series, baby. What inning is it in? We're at the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, bottom of the 8th. So it's almost at the end.
Mariners re-sign Jorge Polanco. World Series, baby. And I do have a video reaction of like when the Mariners signed Polanco. I don't know if I can find it though. I gotta go find it. And there's Matt Brash not looking too happy with himself as he did give up a run.
He didn't blow the game though.
Stephen O'Care is now on the mound, and now here is Cole Young up to the plate. And now here's the pitch, and that is going to be a ball. And now here is the 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it. MLB kind of whiffed on their night games. Like both of them are
pretty much
low-scoring affairs. They're not interesting at all.
And that's going to be up high for a ball.
I will say that the funny thing is in the last, this is now the last 10 games, the Astros have done better than the Dodgers. The Dodgers, I think, have only won 2 games.
And that's going to be up high for a ball.
It's not to say we've done great. We've only won 4 games, and 3 of those were against the Dodgers.
Oh, I got the Jorge Polanco. I found it by Jay Trident Podcast. And now the 3-1. Up high for ball 4. Take your base. And now we got a runner on first base. He thinks this is boring. What about my World Series,
it is
baby?
It is one of their snooze fest games.
Yeah. And now we got Ben Williamson up to the plate. Who is 0 for 2, by the way. And now the pitch. Now he's going to try to bunt, and it goes to the first base line of the beauty, and they tag out Ben Williamson. And that's going to be out because he was out of the base path. And now that's going to be runner on second base with 1 out. But Ben Williamson did get the job done with the bunt.
Yeah.
The bunt was a beauty. And although Houston missed the tag, The umpire said he was out of the base path, which clearly he was. I mean, there's no debate on that.
And that's something you can't even challenge because it's another judgment call.
As it should be.
Yeah.
And now we had J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Crazy to think that a lot of my fan base in this channel are all nemesis of Seattle.
But no, at least you don't have the former Nationals manager. He would have had a cow over base paths.
Who?
Literally,
Jim
anytime
Riggleman?
that there was a judgment call about base paths and whatnot, he would just whine and complain. And the only
Here's
reason why
Crawford.
he there is because he won a World
And
Series.
up high for a ball. Who was the manager of the Nationals when they won the World Series?
They just fired him. I'm trying to
We're at
remember.
1-0 for J.P. Crawford. And now the pitch. And it's big swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike one. Hector Neris. Wait, Hector Neris is back on Houston?
He is.
Let's
Yes.
bring out Hector Neris against Julio Rodriguez. Go for it. I am all for it. And now we're at 1-1. Looks like
Dave
he's got worse.
Martinez. That's who it was.
No, I
And he-
dare the Astros to put in Hector Neris against Julio
So
Rodriguez.
you
That will
dare
make
Joe
some noise.
Espada to put him in.
The 1-1 up high for a ball.
As the next as he's about to come off, yeah, put him in.
Oh, yes, it is part of the contract. I'm aware of that, no face. As we're at 2-1 for J.P. Crawford.
The
The pitch. Foul
the-
ball.
Titans would go through an ownership change, and maybe we could figure out the Oilers debacle.
Hey, no face, do you think the Seattle-Oklahoma rivalry will actually be a big thing, in your opinion? I think it will feel more... I don't know. It'll be more between the fans than the players. It's not going to be between players, in my opinion. They just want to play a basketball game, unless they're doing it for the fans kind of thing. Now we're at 2-2, the pitch. And now here's a liner to left field, and that is going to be a base hit, and that can score in Cole Young. It's going to.
Yeah, well.
And the throw to second because there's no throw to home. And the Mariners now just took a 3-1 lead off
Like
a
I said,
RBI single
there
by
was
J.P.
nothing to worry
Crawford.
about there. There was
Well, you'd be
nothing to worry
surprised.
about there.
You'd be surprised, but until then...
Well, I'm
and
all
here-
like,
oh,
I
yeah,
know how this
he's gonna
Astros
do
team
it.
is.
We're gonna get it. The Hector Neris versus Julio Rodriguez matchup. Let's go. Let's go.
And then
Yes.
watch Julio strike out.
And then Hector Neris like, hey, you. I can't say it. I just can't say it. I just can't say it. But I want to say it. It's that Spanish word basically saying you're a wussy. Remember when Eugenio Suarez was like, hey, Hector Neris, you were saying a bunch of slurs. And then I saw this fan from the Dominican Republic, this Dominican Republic baseball fan. He was like, no, he was just calling him a wuss. That was it. It was just
Yeah.
trash talking. But then Seattle tried to take it to like the next level because you know why? Because they knew the season was going to be over for them. So they needed a distraction.
Yeah. Well, and also a lot of people in Seattle want to, oh, yeah, the biggest rival is the Astros.
Biggest rival is themselves.
Yeah, and I'm all like, and the Astros are all like, our biggest rival is the Rangers.
I would say not only in Seattle, no face, but also in Oklahoma. And I actually want to go to I want to go to both Sonics games and Oklahoma games. I just want to feel the vibe out of it. That'd just be so cool. I know tickets will sell out on both sides.
Those vibes. Adam Silver is probably watching this. He's all like, no, we can't have those vibes.
Yeah, because Adam Silver's a boring person. You know what I respected about David Stern? Although he was an asshole, at least he was honest and straight to the point.
So
At least he
he's
was
an asshole,
honest,
but an honest asshole.
which actually commands respect. Because David Stern once said, we had to remind our international audience that the booze is actually the American sign of respect, which is actually, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
And then they cheered
But
for him. at
man,
the very
that
end.
means a lot of people really respect Jose Altuve.
I wonder if there's any booze. I wonder if there were any booze for Hector Neris, and I wonder if Twitter is even talking about it. You think people have moved on by now?
I'm honestly going to say this. Probably most people don't even remember it.
I remember it.
but like most people probably don't. They're just
And
all
now
like,
here is Julio Rodriguez against Hector Neris, and the throw to first. That is not in time. Bringing in Neris in for Julio seems deliberate. It was
oh,
deliberate.
it was probably done for the memes.
It was done for the memes and the laughs.
It's done for the memes.
And now here's the pitch to Julio, and that is inside for a ball. And we all know what we want. Us Mariner fans, we would love to see a home run.
No, we would love to see Julio strike out. Because that would honestly be the Julio thing to do here.
And now we're at 1-0. The pitch. Big
Like,
swing and a miss.
I'll
And
murder that
strike
baseball,
one.
and then you strike out.
Houston, I'm going to say this. Remember the last time Houston and now here's the 1-1 up high for a ball. I'm going to ask, remember the last time Houston Hector Neris pitched to Julio? We all remember what it was.
Now, the funny thing is lifetime Julio bats 500, and he has hit
another 2-1,
but he is struck out.
Swing and a miss, and that is strike two. And I think if I'm Hector Neris, I dare him to do it again. Do the same thing again, going, "Hey, you wussy!"
Well, I'm all like, if this was the final out of the inning, he would.
I dare him.
He would if it was the final out of the inning, but it is
2-2. Up high for a ball, 3-2. And I think the fans are really cheering about this. Yeah, they really are. They're getting all rampant about it. With Cal Raleigh on deck. He's going to be on the left side, of course.
Yeah.
And now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Oh, swing and a foul ball.
Keeps it alive.
Keeps it alive. Imagine if we were together during the Hector Neris game. Were you even in the chat? Wait, were you there when I literally shut off my screen for like a couple minutes?
I think I was.
Yes. We're at 3-2.
No.
Oh, up high for a ball 4, and Julio's really excited about just walking Hector Neris, and it looks like they get a standing ovation.
Yeah, I'm just all like,
oh, they're getting a huge. Julio gets a huge standing ovation for walking on Hector Neris because of what happened last time in 2023.
Oh, and I'm also going to say that is typical. That's sadly the World Series Mariners fans there.
Remember when I made the Order 66 video?
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention.
No, the weird thing is I didn't even notice that. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that Dusty Baker coached the Reds and played for the Dodgers, and they just happened to be back-to-back.
Yeah.
And you were like, strong attention to detail. And I was like, I didn't even notice.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
And I somehow got the voice and the lip sync locked down.
Yeah. No, the only thing that would have been funnier is if they had played the Giants, they played against the Braves, the Dodgers, the Giants,
and then
the Cubs, then the Reds.
Oh, that's a strike, and what a frame
and
job
then the
by
Nationals. That would have just been fitting if they had done that and like lost every series.
As we're at 0-1 for Cal Raleigh, he's 0 for 3,
that would
by
have
the
been
way.
pretty much every
The
team
pitch,
he was on for a long period,
low for a ball.
for a decent amount of time.
And now we're at 1-1 for Cal Raleigh. And now here's the 1-1. And that is low for a ball.
Now, I'm going to say that, yeah, they say they're getting started on expansion, but until they really, like, you see some big moves and they're starting to fill some things out, this is all just talk still.
It's just all talk. It's all BS. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now, does Hector Neris dare to say, should we just say it? Coño.
Oh, no. Suarez is in the chat, and he's all like, what have you said?
And then some random baseball fan from Dominican Republic, no, he was just trash talking. Stop being so baby about it. And he even called out Seattle's politics for it, too. He was like, yeah, it's from Seattle, typical of them. And he was saying it all in Spanish. As we're at 3-2, and the fans are up on their feet for a reason. As
Well,
we're at
they
3 and
just wanna
2,
see
and
foul
now the
hits.
pitch. And now here's a fly ball to foul ball.
Nope. Nope. It was a foul. I watched it. It was a foul.
Cal Raleigh hits a foul ball, almost a home run. World Series, baby.
Baby.
Cal Raleigh was like, dang it. And now we're at 3 and 2 for the big dumper against Hector Neris, the trash talker.
But
And now the 3-2 pitch. And now here's a liner to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to score in
Like I
J.P.
said,
Crawford. But does it score Julio Rodriguez? No throw to the
no,
plate.
it doesn't.
It does not, but the Mariners have extended that lead to 4-1 on an RBI single by Cal Raleigh.
I'm just all like I said, it was no big deal that, the Astros threatened. Knowing how they are some of these games, this was not their game because they score early if it's their game. If they don't, this is probably not their game.
I think deep down, Julio really wanted to score on that one just so you can maybe rub it in to Hector
Well, and I'm
Neris.
all like, also the standing ovation. That's like, it's like you won the World Series or something big.
Now here's a
walked.
throw to second, and Cal Raleigh actually was trying to steal the base. And now we got to and by that, looks like the Mariners, did they score? Nope, they didn't score. But I think it could have scored.
That would require hustle.
Yeah, it looks like Julio was thinking about it. I think he should have ran for that because the throw was off. But I guess not. As now we're at runners on second and third, and Randy Arozarena can just hit it anywhere in the gap, and that could score in both runs. As we're at 1-0, and now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. And Hector Neris is looking really bad. I wonder if the fans actually did boo.
Face it, he's been bad this entire season. The Astros just got him here just to eat up some innings.
And now they just walked.
Yeah, Spada he punted the game when Okert gave up that additional run. He punted it.
They're like, screw this.
Well, yeah, like it was like when he put in Taylor Scott the last time they were in Seattle. He punted that.
Oh, what about Tanner Scott?
Tanner
Scott, remember he struck out Dom Canzone on a check swing?
That's a different Scott.
The pitch.
Taylor Scott. Yeah, Tanner Scott's a different guy. He's on the Dodgers.
Here's Donovan Solano with the bases loaded with one out. What can possibly go wrong?
As
we're at 1-0, the pitch. Low for a ball, 2-0. And now this is where it gets dangerous for Hector Neris.
Oh,
there was a Mariner named Hector Neris.
But
he was really bad.
Seeing that from no
the 2-0 pitch,
my uncle was
that is a strike.
Man.
Oh, your MLB teams like the Royals and the Cardinals. Interesting combo. You know what's my combo? The Mariners and secretly the Athletics. The 2-1.
No. Also secretly the Astros because you love to cover their games as well.
And they did grow my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm all like, you also kind of have to say the Astros just because there's so much on your YouTube channel.
The A's is for familial reasons, and now we're at 3-1, and now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to left field. I don't think that's enough to score in the run. That's way too shallow. And he makes the catch. Attacking at third is Julio Rodriguez. And the throw to the plate, not in time, and he's got it. And a sacrifice fly is complete by Donovan Solano. And what a hustle by Julio Rodriguez. I didn't think he was going to get that, but he did it. And
Donovan
Solano gets the job done.
Altuve.
Altuve, didn't think of that.
Yeah. Which is why I think they should really just keep Altuve at second. But that is my personal opinion. And it seems like every other Houston's fan's personal opinion.
It actually wasn't a bad throw. It was actually,
it's not a bad throw, but honestly, you're going.
Now here's Garver.
We found a lot of sac flies out there. That is
a strike.
That if it was any other left fielder, it's not a sac fly.
Great hustle by Julio.
They wouldn't. Most players wouldn't actually think about running there or.
0-1 for Mitch Garver. The pitch outside for a ball. We're at 1-1 for Mitch.
Like I said, that run that the
1-1.
Astros got, it was no big deal.
Low for a ball. And we got Andres Munoz in the bullpen. Fritz.
Well, okay, Fritz.
Why
the reason
did
why
they
they
even
did that
move him? He
is they wanted to field the best hitting lineup that they could possibly do.
Now we're at 2-1. And Fritz, by the way, I have a question. What was your thoughts on my channel membership? Oh, foul tip. Yeah, what was your thoughts on that? Curious? Do you have any feedback for it? I'd like to know. Just curious. That's all. And anyone else, if would like to join to support my channel even further, join that YouTube membership for just $5 a month. I mean, I can't even get Josh to join.
Hey, I would do that, but I don't have, like that kind of income.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The 2-2 by Nerys and the pitch, and that's a foul ball. Put it this way. If I had to depend on you for income, then I'm doing something wrong. That's how I always see it.
And
now we're at, just like if I had to depend on an umpire to win, to make good calls for me, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
2-2.
There's another run.
Oh, and that gets away, and that's going to score in another run for the Mariners. And now it's a 6-1 lead, and this is now just a massacre in the 8th inning.
Yeah. Well, it's because Espada punted the game. You can tell by what pitcher he put in. He didn't care about this game. He's all like, on to the next. Because if he really did care about it, he would have put in Brian Abreu or Josh Hader.
Oh, his expired. You can't subscribe on iPhone, so you have to use a browser. No option on Super Chat. Might be in the settings somewhere. I wonder if I can help you with that. And now we're at...
Because also,
3-2.
another thing that you can tell that Espada just punted this game is the fact that Hector Neris is
swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to retire the side. And it's going to be Edward Bizardo, my, quote, favorite bullpen pitcher. And now
it's a garbage time. The Astros aren't going to score anything.
Garbage time. Anyone who's hungry, speak of garbage time, have some burgers.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
But yeah, right now the Astros, they're just waiting until like Pena and Myers come back. Because that's who got you a lot of hits.
So you think the Mariners just happened to get to them at the right time?
Yeah, they did. But also, this is a Mariners team, and through its highs and lows, this is just one I don't see them going far. No offense. No offense.
Do you want to... I have another skull emoji moment, but Northwest Sports Fanatics has 200 viewers on his channel right now.
Oh, everyone wanted to see that Hector Neris moment because, whoa, like that's another World Series moment, like a World Series baby moment when Julio walked.
World Series, baby.
Like a standing ovation for him walking there. What?
It was based on the situation. That was why.
And I'm all like, also, it just also tells me they didn't look into it. He just got called a wuss for basically Hector Neris proving what he was the entire time. A guy who
Julio was awful in those last 10 games.
Yeah, and he just likes to be flashy, and sometimes he's really good, and then sometimes he really sucks.
Well, there was a time when Julio did taunt Hector Neris, so I guess he just returned him the favor.
Yeah,
it was
I'm all like,
it was that Mariners Houston game.
I'm all like, that's something if you do it against like a really dirty player or something like that. Okay, I might get that, but still, a standing ovation for a walk.
But it was against Hector Neris. That was why. That was it.
Yeah, but still, that's just kind of. I'm just gonna say it.
Now
That's kind
0-1,
of a bit corny. I'm
low
just
for
going
a
to say it's
ball.
corny.
Well, what can you say? Seattle doesn't really have much to cheer for.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's kind of corny.
Crazy thing is, 2008 to 2011 were some of the darkest years in Seattle sports. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
And
There were
it
also
was
some of the worst years in Astros sports, and also the Rockets weren't great at that time, and the Texans, they were the most frustrating.
we're at
And
1
we
and
also
2.
lost the minor league Houston Aeros.
The
because
pitch
Les
inside
Alexander
for a ball.
sucks.
How about this? Few words for you. Amon Green. Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
2 and 2 for Bizarre Caratini. The pitch outside for a ball. 3 and 2.
yeah,
Looks like the
after
Mariners want to make
Biggio
this exciting.
retired, literally, there wasn't anything exciting until Altuve debuted, and even then, it was really rough. Like
3-2.
losing 111 games after losing what was it, like 107 the previous season, and then 105 the season prior.
Yeah.
Hence why we
We're
got
at
the number
3 and
1 pick
2.
3 years in a row.
And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to Ben Williamson. Throw to first in time. And they did that shift to the left for whatever, to the right for whatever reason. That was a pretty bizarre one.
But also, your highest paid player on the Astros was what? Carlos Lee? An ancient Carlos Lee at that?
World Series, baby.
Which, fun fact, he still holds the franchise record for most Grand Slams for the Astros.
Oh
He's
my
currently
gosh.
tied with
The pitch.
Alex Bregman and
Now
Jose
here's a
Altuve.
ground ball, foul ball. Wow.
And Altuve, fun fact about his, I'm pretty sure all except one of them have been in the last 4 or 5 seasons.
Let's see.
And
Carlos
then one was
Lee
early
was
on in the season. Early on in the
2007.
career.
Carlos Lee was 2007 up until 2011 with the Astros.
Well, yeah, I remember that he was there for the 2007 season because he got
pitch.
second billing
Strike
on
2.
celebrations in 2000 in a certain game against the Rockies in 2007 because that happened to be when Biggio got his 3,000th hit.
And now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch up high for a ball. Poor Carlos Lee. As soon as he leaves the Chicago White Sox, they win a World Series.
Yeah. He was the Bryce Harper of his era.
That sucks. Now we're at 1-2.
You
And
got
the pitch to
another one
Diaz.
asking to show the
Now
game.
here's a ground ball right to Williamson. The throw to first. And that is in time. And now the Astros are down to their final out.
Got another one.
What's the? Do you have an answer? Do you want to answer this for me, or do you want me to do it?
But
I can't.
Well, also it was kind of funny that the first time that it happened is when the stream freaked out. It started lagging really badly.
And maybe Houston would hit a home run because of it, because they scored last time. Things went lagging. I think Bane was on my computer servers or something.
It would be extremely painful for you.
And fittingly, former Mariner Taylor Trammell's up to the plate. And you know what? I'm calling a home run. He's going to hit a home run.
He's not going to do it. It would be great if he did, but he's not. He's not.
We're at 0-1 for Taylor Trammell. He's 0-2 this game. And now the pitch. And that is a strike, and it's game time. Strike 2. And
there is the game.
You never know. He'll maybe hit a home run. Well, we'll see. As we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to Donovan Solano. Toss over the first. And that is in time. And the ball game is over. The Mariners take game 1 of this 3-game series. What a way to start the second half of the season. Thanks to home runs by Randy Arozarena, Mitch Garver, RBIs by J.P. Crawford, Cal Raleigh, a Donovan Solano sacrifice fly, and a wild pitch. And most importantly, fantastic pitching done by Luis Castillo. And Josh, any quick thoughts on this game?
I thought you were going to jokingly say Hector Neris there.
And Hector Neris, yeah. Hector Neris is the MVP. World Series, baby.
Great pitching by Hector Neris.
Yep, 6-1 Mariners victory.
And honestly, it was a close game until Espada decided to punt it and put Neris in. Because
he tried
at that point, it was like 3-1.
He tried the Coño playbook.
Yeah. But this is not 2022 Hector Neris. This is 2025 Hector Neris, and he's not nearly as good as his 2022 self.
No, he really isn't. It didn't seem like it.
Maybe he'll find his groove with the Astros again. He typically does, but I don't think he will.
No, you don't think so, huh?
Yeah. It just wasn't the Astros game here. Starting from the beginning, couldn't really get a lot of contact, but, it's not surprising with the injuries that they have. But hopefully Pena, Myers come back, and things will get better.
They're talking to Mitch Garver. Now, I wonder if the Rays win today.
Yes, they did. They won by a lot.
So basically that offsets. Texas winning, that offsets. Angels looks like they're selling.
Well, honestly,
they don't really.
The Angels shouldn't sell because they're actually not that far off as well.
So I think a lot of these teams are going to.
Selling.
Again.
Well, because they threw a bunch of money in and it has done nothing. They have sucked most of the season.
So basically the Mariners, on paper, they basically won for nothing.
Yeah. Like, so the only thing you get is that you started to pick a game up on Houston. That's it.
You know what? You got to take any kind of winnings you can get.
But yeah.
Because now the Mariners, that would mean that the Mariners are now 4 games back from the division. So if the Mariners can somehow sweep the Astros, they'll be threatening with 2 games back. But of course, we know how it's going to go after that.
With Lance, like, they could beat Lance McCullers. Now, Hunter Brown, I could see him having a nice rebound game after his last outing.
I have a feeling that the Mariners are just going to punt that game. If they win their second game. If they win their second game.
Watch like Lance McCullers throw like a no-hitter or something like that.
Possibly. And also, I might actually be in for tomorrow's game. So haven't decided yet, but I'm really looking into it. Just looking at my schedule,
who's in
logistics.
The wild card race for the AL?
Let's look at the wild card race. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Wild card number 1.
Lost. So
the Mariners, they didn't pick up on anything so they didn't gain on anything on the people that are on their tail, but they gained on Boston. Now the Mariners are number 2 in the wild card spot.
Yeah, Boston and the Yankees lost. So that's good. So because they're the 2 that are in front of you in the wild card race. So
that could create some kind of a cushion. But the ones that are behind, and you would think with such a weak competition in the American League, you would still think, though, that with how tight it really is, you would think at least a few of those teams are going to at least try to do something at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Like the Yankees, I can see them doing it. Boston
Houston's
just sold.
Want to do something.
Do you think Boston is selling, or do you think they're like, they don't know what they're doing kind of thing?
I think these next few weeks, because the trade deadline is
July 31st.
Okay, yeah. These next few weeks will be very telling. And if it keeps going bad for Boston, I could see them selling. I could see them starting to sell.
I think they were getting rid of Rafael Devers just because Rafael Devers just refused to adapt.
Well, and they wanted to also offload all that money that they gave him, which they did.
So Tampa Bay, though they usually don't really make aggressive moves.
But I could see Tampa Bay taking advantage of a team that's trying to buy.
Do you think Texas buys?
Texas, honestly, I don't know. because
Angels are selling. Angels are just gonna either stand pat or sell.
I could see, honestly, for Angels, I don't think they should sell because, again, they're 48 and 49, so they're still in the thick of it. Like, usually by this point in time in a season, they are usually well out of the standings. So, honestly, I could see Artie maybe sticking it, or like he might sell, but honestly, I don't think he will sell because it wouldn't make much
Cleveland.
sense.
How about Cleveland?
Cleveland, oh, they're selling. Cleveland's selling.
Minnesota, you can't really take them seriously. Kansas City, I can't really see them buying. Baltimore already openly admitted they're selling.
Well,
The
yeah,
Athletics,
Baltimore's just punching this season.
Athletics are pretty much lost. Chicago is like in their own world.
Yeah. The White Sox, I could see them maybe seeing if they can offload some other things, even though they don't have a lot to offer anymore.
What are
Same
the
with
odds
Rockies.
Arizona sells? I don't know. Let's look at their standings.
48 and 50.
They're about 5.5 back. And with Eugenio Suarez's contract pretty much up and no guarantees that he resigns, I think he's gone.
Yeah, I could see it if they don't start climbing, which they can, because the thing is, the Dodgers, ever since they played the Astros, have sucked. They have won 2 games since playing the Astros.
Yeah.
So that division's starting to get interesting. So the Braves, I think the Braves are selling. They suck.
They do. Now, for
honestly,
tomorrow,
I could see them punching some things.
Now, for tomorrow, would you be able to make it for the game? If I'm there. Okay.
I should be able to.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, I think I'm gonna roll because I want to get a nice little night walking and throw out a short before 10 p.m. It's gonna be that Randy Arozarena home run.
Huh.
And before I go, I want to give shout outs to as many people as I possibly can. First, it's you for being here. The veteran, thanks for serving the Army. He was there. No Face, the Oklahoma fan. Who else was there? Fritz was there for a split second. Chris Welton was there. Thank you for being there.
Reese Beast with their impeccable timing.
Reese Beast. We got CJ, the Great God. And a couple of the Twitch people going, show the stream. I'm like, no. Kovu Studio said some stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I commend all of you for being on the show. Even though the ones that said, show the stream, I'm like, no, I don't want to get into copyright trouble. Not that kind of trouble.
Hey, the Astros did better than the Dodgers. They actually got a run.
Dodgers got blanked, didn't they?
Yeah, they got blanked 2-0.
By the Brewers.
Yep.
I got to look at the standings.
Chicago should be, the Cubs should be careful. The Brewers are actually,
on their tail. Yeah.
And the Brewers have looked, because Chicago's very much, they got the offense, their pitching isn't that good.
Yeah.
The Brewers, while their offense isn't as good as Chicago's, their pitching is much better.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's going to do it. Everyone, thank you for being on the show. Josh, thank you very much. And everyone, have a good night. And go Mariners.
Go Astros.
Ah.